who's Iwake? Oh, Iwake is the guy who started this. Okay, so he's like the father of hip hop in Indonesia. And then this, and then that, and Jogja Hip Hop Foundation, and this. And I was like, wow.
Yo, what up, folks? Welcome back to ICEBOX Vodcast by Experience ID Localized Movement. Introduce myself, nama gua Dabozo, and this episode is really special. Episode kali ini sangat spesial karena saya bawa seseorang importado ela Brasileiro. No, not Brasileiro. Okay, without no further ado, the one and only. We're gonna dig all the information from him. That means. Please welcome Liquid Silva. Liquid, kiss me. Okay. Welcome to ICEBOX. Thank you for coming.
No, thank you for having me, bro.
No, thank you for your time, man.
Likewise.
Yeah. Can I have a piece, Mom?
For sure.
We're gonna make it pop. So let me describe a little info about him, all right? Liquid Silva is well known for being closely connected to the hip hop community and industry players in Indonesia. Dia banyak berkecimpung dengan rapper-rapper di industri yang ada di Indonesia for doers, and I'm about to ask him how this is come out about.
Well, because, sudah lama saya tinggal di Indonesia, right?
Damn.
So that's how I learned to belajar bahasa Indonesia. Tapi sedikit.
Yeah, okay.
Campuran, okay? So it's like, it's been a while, dari 2014 atau 13 ya. So sudah 10 tahun. And I have children, ada anak-anak di Indonesia juga, right? My children are Indonesian mixed half, right? And so that's what first time pertama kali saya di Indonesia, and because of my kids. And then from that, I met a lot of friends. I met Robin, became friends with Robin, Psycho G, and I started like meeting everybody in the industry, in the hip hop industry. You know what I mean? I knew Young Lex from back then, Itaro from back then. Then like since 2017, 18, I met Ben Utomo, and we collaborated as well. So it's just like little by little, from the first time I was here, because di luar, I was doing a lot of hip hop as well, right? Yeah. So because of my children, pertama kali saya tinggal di sini, and I said, ayo coba Indonesia, let's see what happens, Tapi dari kosong, I started from zero.
Okay.
Koneksi semua saya, it's overseas, international.
Yeah.
Di Indonesia, I knew nobody. So Robin, Psycho G was two of my, first friends. And then I was in the club industry as well. I still am. So that's how it all started.
Okay.
Through Psycho G, through Robin, through Yako, through Lady Gun, through just collaborating with people just left and right, and built my name slowly. And as a club MC as well, I love MCing in the clubs, right? It's part of hip hop. And that's what really got me like in deep in the industry, hip hop, the Indonesia.
Okay. So it's more than 9 years, yeah.
Yeah, it's like going. It's gonna be 10 years next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your kids are mixed.
My kids are mixed.
Your wife is originally from Indonesia.
She's Sunda.
Sunda.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to the family, man.
Boom.
Fatherhood. Okay. And before we are going further, what are your origins?
I got a lot of mixes, you know what I mean? Like my parents, we have Brazilian in the family.
Okay.
We have Canadian.
So
we
you
have
can fight,
Persian. Yeah?
You can fight.
Not all Brazilians can fight,
No, but at least you jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, not all Indonesians can cook, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So good food here, and now, I can fight. I mean, back in the days, I used to fight. I used to be a lot bigger, but now I'm healthier, so lost a lot of weight. Keeping in shape, very important.
So you're mixed.
Mix, yeah.
But how you consider to come to Indonesia? Because a lot of my friends who's doing like connect with me in the internet, to the chat. Which part of Indonesia? Do they got toilet paper? Then do you live? Yeah, sometime.
Yeah, mungkin not everybody have edukasi about the geography, Tapi karena dari Canada, I went to Australia for edukasi di universitas, okay? And then from there, because Indonesia is dekat banget kan, so you learn a lot and I already know about Indonesia dari Canada. Tapi because I'm so close to Australia and Indonesia, I remember when I was still living in Australia, I was working with G Unit, 50 Cent, and I was touring with these guys, and DJ Who Kid, which is 50 Cent and Eminem's DJ, pertama kali dia ada acara di Indonesia. But actually 50 Cent tahun 2013 ada acara, and at that time I'm pretty tight with 50 and G Unit. And I come to Indonesia tapi for vacation, liburan aja.
Yeah.
And 50 Cent performed di Jakarta, di Central Park.
Yeah.
And I'm just there backstage chilling. And that was the first time. And I made some friends, right? And I'm going back to Australia. And G-Unit's going back to America. And one of the guys that I met at that event said, hey, we would like to book you and DJ Who Kid, which is 50 Cent's and DJ and Eminem's DJ. So I said, yeah, sure, we'll take a booking because we're going to be doing an Asian tour. So we're going to be in India, we're going to be in China, Malaysia, Bangladesh. So what's the, these are the dates. So they said, can you have a date this available on that tour? I said, sure. So we were booked in Blowfish in Jakarta. That's when I'm just visiting here, you know what I mean? And I went back to Australia, and I've already visited Indonesia. So I already knew a little bit about this country. And yes, there's toilet paper here. Yes, there's people here with cell phones, I mean, I was, silly people have different things, they think about Indonesia like that. But I fell in love with Indonesia from the first time I came here. The food.
Because sometimes they think Indonesia is part of Bali.
Yeah, or
sometimes.
Sometimes they think Bali is a different country.
Yeah.
Right? Yep. And I knew that the difference. I already knew the difference. When I came here, I fell in love with it because remember, Indonesia reminded me so much of Brazil. The forest, the food, the people, the mixes. Karena Indonesia ada banyak culture kan. Ada Arab, ada Chinese, ada Javanese, ada you get campuran kan, and you had the Dutch. I believe you had Portuguese in Timor as well, right? So you have such like versatile mixes. It reminds me of Brazil.
Okay, cool. And after nearly touring around the world with the dates that you mentioned with 50 Cent, and then you got the dates on Asian tour.
Yep.
What most noteworthy observation about the Indonesian hip hop scene?
See what I like about the Indonesian hip hop scene is it's still in a growing phase. Indonesian hip hop hasn't really become commercialized, stamped to be commercial like America, Even if I look at Philippines in Asia, we'll talk about Asia, or Thailand, like hip hop is really, really big. But in Indonesia, I think they haven't come to that point of it being commercialized. It's still dangdut music, and it's still
pop music,
dangdut music, Melayu music, right? And I love them. I love all of it. I love all genre of music. So hip hop in Indonesia, there's for me there's three different kinds. Yeah, I see the younger generation or even the older generation, they bring their own rasa using the Western beats. And then there's the other hip hoppers which I've seen come from Jogja Hip Hop Foundation, which is like I seen them. I love them because they use the ethnical hip hop sound, ethnical Indonesian instruments, but put it with hip hop. And in terms of context, in terms of lyrics, Indonesian rap is talking about what they experience in Indonesia, which I love because orang Indonesia itu beda dari Amerika kan. Lifestyle-nya beda, habits-nya beda. So it's like, so Indonesia is keeping it real with the Indonesian. I love that. That's what hip-hop is all about. Hip-hop is all about keeping it real, right?
Cool. Hola, ¿qué pasa? No, I know. No, I'm not talking about it. Okay. All right. After you known a lot of national artists on hip-hop in Indonesia, which one that really give you a big mark that he's special?
I don't want to sound biased, but because I know Psycho G from the time that I got here, and I really appreciated him, even though I didn't understand, saya baru belajar bahasa Indonesia, tapi kemarin saya nggak tahu what he's saying, but what I liked about him in his Indonesian rap was like the flow was easy for me to understand. Then when I understood like, yo, itu lyrical, itu ada double meaning, metaphoric.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, okay, ada siapa lagi? And then because I like old school as much as I love new school, then I was like, wow, this is Iwake. Oh, who's Iwake? Oh, Iwake is the guy who started this. Okay, so he's like the father of hip hop in Indonesia. And then this, and then that, and Jogja Hip Hop Foundation, and this. And I was like, wow. I mean, I appreciate everything. Even people like Young Lex. Yeah, all right. People have agreement and you agree to disagree. But I think that some of his music is still catchy. Some of the music, if it wasn't so catchy, how can it become big? You know what I mean? So there's catchiness in everything. So, you know, and I see different genre. In America, it's the same. In Canada, it's the same. You know, you got Tekashi 6ix9ine, then you got Nas. You know what I mean? Of course, Nas is a better lyricist, you know? But Tekashi 6ix9ine have catchy music too. So it's like that. I appreciate music for the art.
Cool. According to you, which up and upcoming Indonesian rapper shows the most potential?
I think a lot of dope keren ya, music keren dari Indonesia Timur. You know what I mean? There's a lot of dope artists coming out dari Timur. There some of them are Malukans, but they live in Jogja. Some of them are Malukans, live in Surabaya. But there's a lot of youngins coming up, and I think the way they just make this language sound so melodic, it's beautiful. Yeah,
they have their own accent.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Which record label has Silva joined now, and what's the story behind it?
Well, actually, I'm not with a record label. I'm independent, but I do have a management in Indonesia. I'm signed under Ismaya Artistry, and in America, I'm signed under 101 Entertainment. So we do have a lot of big projects coming on this year, a lot of tours. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of tours coming on, big international projects with international artists. I'm gonna be putting in Indonesian artists, collaborating with international artists. Look out for that. There's a lot of big names coming soon.
All right, and then could you share the experience of Silva featuring with Das Dillinger and Busy Bone?
Oh wow, yeah. Well, okay. So I'll tell you. Siapa Das Dillinger? Das Dillinger itu family from Snoop Dogg. Okay, Snoop Dogg ada grup nama Dog Pound. 3 orang di Dog Pound itu Snoop Dogg, Das Dillinger, and Corrupt. 3 orang, okay, and now Das Dillinger is the CEO of Death Row Records, which was from Shook Knight. So it's like a long story short. So Das Dillinger, I got the offer to do kolaborasi sama dia in America. Itu dari management aku di America. And I said, of course, let's go. And then because Das Dillinger is like a big brother, you know, kakabung bro, he's like a big bro. And so, you know, and when I got that opportunity to work with them, and I realized like how professional they are. How like there's so many things you should learn. They're on time. They're out. If they say, okay, kita shoot 5 jam, bro, 5 jam, boom, finish. Like they're so professional with their business. It makes you realize like, wow, how backdated we still are. You know what I mean? Like we gotta get sharp.
Feel that.
You gotta know the business if you wanna be in the music industry.
Chop.
You gotta know that time is money. Busy Bone, same thing. When and how humble these people are, because Bone Thugs and Harmony, it's the group that inspired Migos and every rapper that are rapping fast, the triplets. This came from Bone Thugs and Harmony. And one of the best rappers out of Bone Thugs and Harmony is Busy Bone. And I had the pleasure to meet with him. And when we met, we got the business out of the way, professional. He was hanging out, having a blast with us, like just so humble. That humbled me. Who am I compared to these guys? Made me lebih humble. Those are the experiences and good things I thought I took from that tour, you know, and the collaborations.
Being humble for humble.
Yes, sir.
Shoot. All right. Throughout these hip-hop careers of yours, what was the funniest and the most unexpected experience you ever had?
Okay, from the top of my head, I remember this is when I was opening for Tyga. Yeah. I'm opening for Tyga. And it was an embarrassing moment. Don't go to the video and look at it. Don't go there. And I don't think you're gonna see it anyway. So it's like I'm on stage and I got this big ass chain, right? Like the pendulum is heavy. Man, in the middle of I'm jumping around, the chain just broke, fell, but I played it so slick, bro. I went I went down. Can I get down? So I went down, act like I'm rapping like this, picked up the chain, slickly put it in my pocket, went back to the show like nothing ever happened. So embarrassing. I don't know how many people saw it, you know?
No, they won't notice.
I hope not. But if you look closely in the video, you see it. Like you see me going down to pick up maybe money or something. But it was actually my chain, man. You know what I mean? It was my chain and it fell
That's
down.
Brazilian one.
You know?
Ka-ting.
And because his thing was so heavy. That was one embarrassing moment. The other embarrassing moments, that funny stuff we used to do, man. We used to go on tour and do silly things like I would.
Around, yeah.
Oh man, like my DJ, he used to snore, and when he passed out, he used to just sleep through. We used to go shave his hair. Like one day he woke up with no hair, and we used to shave. One time we shaved half of his eyebrow. So some silly stuff we used to do, man. But you know,
But not as far as Jackass, yeah?
not as far as Jackass, bro. That's for sure. But we used to do that because these are tight crew.
Yeah.
Semua teman-teman
Family.
dekat banget, you know what I mean?
Really close.
Really close, so he can't get mad, you know what I'm saying? We had to draw the rest of the eyebrow and then put his head down, you know? Tupi di bawah, bro, and then DJ, chiki, yo, put your kacamata hitam, bro.
Yeah, and then I want to ask, before we are closing, I want to ask you something. What do you think about ICEBOX?
ICEBOX is something fresh, you know. I think this is more. We need more of this in Indonesian hip hop and in Indonesian industry. I mean, the fact that they're actually reaching out to hip hop. This is what we need to grow the industry, to make it commercial. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
People like sponsors like ICEBOX. When they support hip hop, this gives people a platform to grow bigger, and everybody benefits, and hip hop grows.
Yeah, the edutainment purpose is to educate people, so they will be more understand about what we are doing.
Yeah.
It's not like what Indonesian think about is all the rappers spending money, do things this and that, but actually it's about passion.
It is.
Like you told me, it's about art.
Yep, it is.
And I heard, before we closing, one more question. Can you do the honor to give us a little spit upon the rhyme, the freestyle?
You want some freestyle?
Spoken words?
Spoken words. Hey, yo, we on ICEBOX, chilling with my homie, Bozo. We had some nice talks. Maybe when we done with the show, we'll go to KFC and have some rice box.
Oh.
Hold on. Maybe next time I'm back at the show, I'll ride a white horse with no pants and no shirt, only white socks. Back to the real talk, the real life talks. If you haven't checked it out, go to my YouTube, check out my latest single, Lights Off.
Lights off.
All I'm trying to do is spread some love and peace in this world, because all I want to see is the fight stops.
Peace. Yeah, no doubt. He's been having a lot of salt and sugar upon this life. So yeah, wishing you all the best, man.
Thank you. Likewise, my brother.
Thank you very much for coming, for your time.
Thank you for having me,
We'll
man.
be seeing each other again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Blessings.
On I.
Aussie. Aye.
All right. This is ICEBOX Vodcast by Experience ID Localized Movement. I'm the Bozo. And also Mr. Liquid Silva. We're signing out. Peace out.
Peace out.
Taste the coolest flavor. LA Ice Purple Boost.